Dear children, today I shall explain the second part of the one-act play, The Rising of the Moon. Let us remember what we came to know at the end of the first part's explanation, that the ragged man was telling the sergeant that I know the person who you are looking for. Do you remember? Now children, open at page number 142. The very first line, sergeant says, you know him, come back here. What sort is he? Man says, come back is it, sergeant? Do you want to have me killed? Sergeant says, why do you say that? Man says, never mind, I'm going. I wouldn't be in your shoes if the reward was 10 times as much. Not if it was 10 times as much. Sergeant, rushing after him, come back here, come back. Drags him back. What sort is he? Where did you see him? Man says, I saw him in my own place in the county clear. I tell you, you would not like to be looking at him. You would be afraid to be in the one place with him. There isn't a weapon he doesn't know the use of. And as to strength, his muscles are as hard as that board. Slaps barrel. Okay, what we are getting here? The conversations between sergeant and the man. Now the sergeant is very curious to know about the convict, that wanted person who just, who came out of jail, who escaped from jail and is hiding. Now he is going to meet his friends in the seaport. This is the message what the sergeant and his other policemen came to know. Okay, the ragged man shows less interest to speak about that person, and this ragged man says that even if the reward becomes 10 times more, he will not disclose that man's identity. Still, the sergeant is forcing him to speak about that convict, that person, that wanted person. He's asking, what sort is he? Where did you see him? Then the ragged man says that I saw him in my own place in the county clear. He wants to mean that he has seen him in the county clear and you would not like to be looking at him. You would be afraid to be with him and to be with him in the same place. He can use different types of weapon. He's very powerful. He's very dangerous. Again, this ragged man, the ballad singer, says to sergeant that he murdered a sergeant in his place with a lump of stone, with a big piece of stone. And on a moonlit night, he murdered a policeman also. He's really very dangerous, and that man is the man who you are looking for now in this moonlit night. Having heard of this, the sergeant feels shaky. He is feeling little nervous also, because he is without his team in this night on the seaport. Sergeant says, it's a terrible country to belong to. And the man says that that convict might arrive here on this seaport from any side, from any point, and from any corner. And the sergeant says that it's a whole troop of police they ought to put here to stop such a dangerous man. Ragged man says, but if you would like me to stop with you, I could be looking down this side. I could be sitting up here on this barrel. Barrel, I told you in first part that it's a metal or wood container. Normally in cold country, wine is kept there just when the people come from the sea, crossing the sea, just for their use. Okay. Again the sergeant asks, you know him well. You know him well. Page number 143. We are now At page number 143, the sergeant asked, "And you know him well, too?" The man says, "I would know him a mile off, Sergeant." Sergeant says, "But you would not want to share the reward?" Man says, "Is it a poor man like me that has to be going the roads and singing in fairs to have the name on him that he took a reward? But you don't want me. I would be safer in the town." What do they speak about? Children, page number 143. The sergeant asked that ragged man, "You know him well, do you know him well?" Ragged man says, "I would know him a mile off. I can recognize him from a long distance." And the sergeant says, "But you would not want to share the reward." Ragged man says that, "I am a poor ballad singer. I sing songs on the roads, in fairs, and that is enough for me. That is enough for my livelihood. And I don't want my name or fame receiving a reward. I just want my safety in the town." Then the man sits on the barrel and told the sergeant that, "You must have been tired due to hard work, walking up, walking down. Come here, you can see further from the top of this barrel to watch that person. From here, you can have a good eyesight to detect that person." Sergeant says, "I am used to my tiredness." Still he sat beside the ragged man on the barrel. Man asked for a match and they both began to smoke. And Sergeant's eyes were on the key point to follow that person, that convict. The ballad singer and the ragged man the ballad singer began to sing. Who is the ballad singer? The ragged man. He began to sing a ballad. Sergeant got annoyed, having heard of the ballad at that time, and told him, "Stop that. That's not the proper time. That's no song to be singing in these times. Means this is not the proper time to sing song. I am on my duty. I am tensed up to trace the person." Now children, open at page number 144. 144. First line. Man says, "Ah, Sergeant, I was only singing to keep my heart up. It sings when I think of him." Of him means of that person, that convict. To think of us to sitting here and he creeping up the key, maybe to get to us. Sergeant, "Are you keeping a good lookout?" Man says, "I am, and for no reward too. Amn't I the policeman? But when I saw a man in trouble, I never could help trying to get him out of it. What's that? Did something hit me?" Rubs his heart. Sergeant patting him on the shoulder. "You will get your reward in heaven." Man says, I know that, Sergeant, but life is precious." Sergeant says, "Well, you can sing if it gives you more courage." The man begins to sing now. Okay, so page number 144, the conversation between the man and the sergeant. Man says, "Ah, Sergeant, I was only singing to keep my heart warm. My heart sings when I think of him. I too am scared of that dangerous convict. He may creep up the key point to get to us. He can arrive here any time and he can attack us also." Sergeant says, "Are you keeping a good lookout? Are you keeping a good lookout?" Means, are you on search for that person? Page number 144, the man says, "I am searching for, I am very much alert. I know that I have to help you to search for that person, but of course for no reward too. I am not a policeman to refuse to reject a reward, but when I saw a man in trouble, I never could help trying to get him out of it. I am always helpful to those persons who are in real need of help." Sergeant appreciates this ragged man's attitude and told him, "You will get your reward in heaven. God will bless you." Man says, "Yes, I too believe that life is very, very precious." And now the sergeant allows this man's allows this man, this ragged man, the ballad singer, to sing to encourage him. While singing a ballad on a graceful pirate queen, Granuaile, the ballad singer missed one line. The sergeant was listening to his ballad mindfully. He reminded the ballad singer the missed line. The ragged man was shocked. Dear children, see, when the sergeant reminds the ragged man the missed line of the ballad, the song, the ragged man was surprised. He was shocked, and with lots of wonder and surprisingly, he asks the sergeant, "How come do you know this song? This is actually a patriotic song. How do you know this song? How did you learn this song?" Sergeant says, "There's many a thing a man might know and might not have any wishes." Children, sergeant means a man might know many things if he wishes to know, and might not know if he does not have wish to know. How important the line is. The ragged man becomes now very much curious to know about this sergeant's past life, to know about the sergeant's childhood days, and begins to refer the title of many of his ballads, whether the man knows this also, that also, and how did he sing this with other boys in his childhood. So this imaginative talks were going on. When the ballad singer was talking to this person, the sergeant, he kept talking and the sergeant kept watching the key point. And suddenly the sergeant says, "Hush, I think I see something coming." He suspected someone is approaching towards them, but he was upset because it's only a dog. It was just a dog. The man says, "And isn't it a queer world? Maybe it's one of the boys you used to be singing, and that time you will be arresting today, and that time you will be arresting today or tomorrow and sending into the dog." Still, imagination is in the mind of the man. Sergeant says, "That's true indeed." Man says, "And maybe one night after you had been singing, if the other boys had told you in your childhood days, had told you some plan they had, some plan to free the country, you might have joined with them, and maybe it is you might be in trouble now." Sergeant says, "Well, who knows, but I might. I had a great spirit in those days." Actually, the sergeant wants to mean that yes, I too wish to be a revolutionary, to free my motherland, to free my country from the British government. I had lots of spirits of patriotism, spirit of love for my own motherland. So in my childhood days, had the other friends of mine had some plan to free our country, I might have joined with them because I was also full of patriotism those days to free my motherland. Children, please go through the text well and let me stop today. The final part of the explanation will be uploaded to you for you very soon. It will be presented to you very soon. Till then, bye. Have a nice time. Enjoy learning and happy learning. Bye.